Christopher, how's it going? I'm Michael Zell, and today we are going to shoot some photos for the German Hairdressing Award with our model Denise, our super hairdressers Lutz and Ümit. And the lighting setup, as always, will be simple and sweet. One main light source for shoot-through umbrella, one effect light in the back shooting against the black backdrop. And I think that's going to be it, so keep on watching. Bye. Bye.
Yeah. In this episode of Glamour Lighting Setups, you are going to learn how to emphasize a particular part of your model. Yeah, that's really important if you make photos for a particular reason. Yeah, like in our case, we made the photos in order to win the German Hairdressing Award or to let the customer win the award. And in order to do that, of course, we have to focus on the hairdo of the model and on nothing else. In this video, we are going to focus on two techniques, which are the only two techniques that I've used. The first one being specular highlights on the point of interest, in this case on the hairdo of the model, of course. And the second thing I used was removing distraction, remove everything which is not essential. Yeah, for the specular highlights, how did we do it? Simply by pointing the main light directly to her hair. The lighting setup is like this. We've got our model. She is sitting in front of the table, and behind her, pretty close behind her, is the black backdrop. Now we've got, like I said, the main light coming from top, pointing down. It's going through a big shoot-through umbrella, and we have a silver reflector material on the table just in order to fill in the shades. Otherwise, when the light is coming directly from top, then it would throw harsh shades, and with the silver stuff, we're opening up the shades. Then there's a second speed light behind the model, and that is just to shoot a gray vignette effect into the background. Otherwise, the background would be a little bit boring, but with the gray vignette, it's just fine. And the camera, it's on 200 millimeters and 200ths of a second and f11 to have just a nice depth of field. I pushed it up from ISO 200 to ISO 400 just to stress the speed lights a bit less, to have them faster. Both speed lights are on TTL plus 1/3, and the way we came up with plus 1/3 actually was we played around with the intensity of the light until we found that the color of the hair was coming out best, and we liked it most with TTL plus 1/3. Besides that, you might notice I'm not using any groups. It's both speed lights are so to speak in group A and shooting on the same power setting. Only the main light source is metered by the camera, because the light source in the background is something that the camera can't see. Now, on ETTL, the camera will only meter the area which is exactly underneath the autofocus field, and that would be the hair when I focus on the hair. And what you can see in the hair is the main light source, not the background light source. The background light source is just shooting along on the same intensity, which is fine in this case. One thing that I'd like to mention is a little trick. In order to get the model a bit higher, we added 2 extra pillows onto the chair so that she could sit a bit higher, a little bit away from the silver reflected light source, and I could shoot comfortably her whole upper body. That also leads us to the second technique that we used, which is removing distraction. Now, our first idea was to shoot the model with closes that would amplify the feeling that her hairdo should transport. Closes which were matching the wild punk-like hairdo. But I found that by removing the closes, I could bring out the hair much better. And in the end, we not only removed the closes, I also had her doing poses where you couldn't see her eyes and where you couldn't see much of her face. So all of that was removed. So we ended up with just a bit of skin and the hairdo. And I think that worked really best. How about you try it out in your next photo shoot? The first thing you do is you remove everything that is not really essential for your photo. And the second thing is you care that your main light source is reflected exactly in the area of interest, exactly in the area that you want to emphasize. Now, I really hope that does something really good for you so that this video is useful. And yeah, if you like, please comment below the video. Yeah, share your opinion about this below this video. I hope to see you next Thursday again in the next video, and until then I wish you a lot of fun with your photo shoots and good light!